Alright, today we're going to make a lime cheesecake. So first we've got your tools that you're going to need. A few bowls to mix in, measuring cup, spatula and knife, and most importantly a springform pan, preferably non-stick so you don't have to worry about prying off the cheesecake at the end. Easiest way to assemble one of these is just put that on a flat surface, the bottom, move this right on top, and lock it into place. So we're going to start by making the graham cracker crust. So you're going to want, in the end, 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. You can either take the store-bought ones and crush them up yourself, or pretty much right next to graham cracker, if you're in the baking aisle, you can find them already crushed. And since these are really just the byproducts from the same company, and only a little more expensive, I'm going to save some time. So, 1.5 cups of those to start. Actually, about 1.25 cups. And with my spillage, that looks about right. You can measure it out exactly if you want, or you can pretend you're all sophisticated like I'll pretend I am, and just eyeball it. Then to go with this, you're going to want half stick of butter, melted. So as in any good cooking show, I already have it melted, so we'll just pour that right in there. And now, simply mix it around. You could use your spatula, you could use just a spoon for this, since you really just want to get the butter to wet all of the graham crackers. And what we're going to do is, once this is all mixed, we're going to push this into the pan, we're going to form it along the bottom, and we are going to freeze it. Most cheesecake recipes will not require you to bake the crust ahead of time. Some do say that. We're going to use a pretty simple recipe here, so go ahead, pour them right in. Don't break anything. Spread it all around the bottom, and then push up about halfway up on the sides. And just mold it to the sides like that. And if you've used enough butter, it will stick. Don't worry about the middle for now. Just get the sides all done. And then just give it a little shake to spread out the bottom layer. Make sure there are no gaping holes. Once that's done, go ahead and throw it in the freezer. And it's probably a good half an hour to 40 minutes in there. Will be just fine. Try not to break things, it's advisable. In the meantime, the other ingredients you're going to need are 32 ounces of cream cheese. They typically come in 8-ounce packages, so take 4 of those. You want 4 large or extra large eggs, a lime for the topping, as well as the aforementioned and supposedly used butter. Sour cream, probably want at least an 8-ounce package. And of course, sugar. So to start, while that is in there freezing, the best way to approach this is to let the cream cheese and the eggs sit out get to room temperature. That can be anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, sort of depending on what the typical room in your house is, hopefully right around 72. So while the crust is freezing, we're going to go ahead and let those sit out. Mine have been out for about an hour now, so once the crust is ready, we will be ready to go and begin the mixing. So, magic of video, go ahead and hit pause, come back when all your ingredients are at room temperature, and we'll go from there. About 45 minutes, pie crust is frozen, in place, doesn't fall. You're going to want to mix next. So take your 4 or 32-ounce packages of cream cheese. Get 32. Put them in your bowl. Now, 2 ways to do this. First, you could use a hand mixer, but if you've got a standing mixer, that will be a lot better. You'll want to use the pedal attachment. So start by throwing all of the cream cheese we're going to do is we're going to take all four of these, we're going to blend it in with the sugar to start. And we're going to put in the eggs one at a time. And we're going to add some vanilla. You can also put some flavoring in. Since I'm doing the lime for the topping, I'm going to put a little lime in here as well. And realize that since it's room temperature, you're going to make a mess. That's all right. This is the exciting part. So for the sugar, you're going to want a cup and a half of the sugar. I've already pre-measured that right here, so we'll pour that right in. All right, keep the eggs handy. Since I'm doing lime for the topping, I'm going to do a little lime. I'm going to squeeze it into here first, just in case I get any seeds. I can take them out. Using about a quarter of the lime for this part, because most of it's going to go into the topping. All right, go ahead, lock it into place. Start it on low. Spatula to scrape the sides as you go. Let's move this whole process up. Exciting to watch a bowl than it is to watch me. Just sure that to keep it off the sides so it all gets mixed in thoroughly. For ease, cut and cut. If you take another separate bowl, and my suggestion is crack the eggs in one at a time, and that way if you do take a bad crack and get some shell, you can easily take it out of here. Alright, so that's got a pretty good consistency going there, so we'll add egg number one, let that mix in, crack egg number two while it's going, and so on. And I'm just going to periodically scrape the sides. You can see I can count. One of the funny things about those TV shows is they make it look so easy, but they have cue cards and writers who actually tell them all the witticisms to say. It's a lot harder when you're thinking about yourself cooking, trying to think of something clever to say that doesn't make you sound like a delusional maniac. I'll turn it off for a second so I can scrape the bottom a little before I put the last one in. Paddle as well, great. Last egg. Now, oven, preheat to 350. Once this is set, it's ready to go right into the pan and bake it to 350. You're going to want to put it in for 40 minutes. What you're looking for is a little browning on the top, but you want it to be a little jiggly. We'll kind of look at that when we get there in the cooking process. I think we are